break. So let's get to it, and let's match up the teams. First, for the visiting 905, they are the G League affiliate of the Toronto Raptors, coached by Drew Jones III. There you see his starting five, a little different than what we saw on Tuesday night. We'll tell you why in just a moment. Raptors come in at 27-6, 13-6 in the regular season. The Cleveland Charge are coached by Eli Kell Abrams in his first season. His starting five a little different from Tuesday, as Tristan Enaruna will get the start tonight. Charge come in at 21-12 overall, 9-6 here on the home court. They are 13-6 in the regular season, including the 126-122 win over the 905 here on Tuesday night. Tonight's Inactive Report, it's presented by Cleveland Clinic. And for the 905, they will be without Jonathan Mobo and Elijah Martin, both recalled by the Toronto Raptors. Quincy Guerrier out with the bad ankle. Chucky Hepburn out once again with the bad knee. While for the Charge, they once again will be without shooting forward Miller Kopp as he continues to work through that sore ankle. And with that, let's turn our attention to tonight's Keys to the Game, presented by Key Bank and courtesy of Charge assistant coach Deron Perkins. Charge need to take care of the basketball. Late turnovers almost cost them on Tuesday night. And with that, key number two, get back in transition, as the 905 were much more aggressive in that second half, pushing the basketball. Keep an eye on both of those here tonight for the Charge. And those are your Keys to the Game, presented by Key Bank. To begin the ball game, the 905 will move left to right. Charge. No, that's going to be wrong. Yeah, Olivier Sarr's in the wrong part of the court. He moves to the other side. Charge left to right, and 905 right to left. That brings us to our uniforms tonight, presented by Cleveland Clinic. 905 in the road whites with the red letters, numbers, black trim. Charge in the home wine with the gold letters, numbers, gold and navy trim. Charge with rocket across the stomach. And, of course, in the NBA G League players' names are under the players' numbers. I want to welcome in all of our listeners on Rio 106.1 and watching on Rock Sports. Our officials tonight, there's our crew chief. No, she is not our crew chief. Rachel Wood is one of our officials tonight, with Tyler Merkovich and me and Ian McClenny, who is our crew chief tonight. Second of two meetings, Charge again, one on Tuesday night, 126-122. All-time 905 lead, 13-12. Charge lead at home, 8-4. They've won three straight on the home courts, and they've won the last two get-togethers. All right, now we're moving. 905, front court to the left, Lawson. Already down to 5 on the shot clock for Joyner. Cut off by Enaruna. The fadeaway jumper right there opens the scoring, does Jarkel Joyner. 13 points in 25 minutes. On Tuesday, Charge first possession. There are your numbers from Tuesday night, as Killian Hayes opens up the scoring with a right wing three ball. His 61st of the season. Lawson putting his head down like he did in that first meeting. Comes up short. And Tristan stepped on the sideline. Both teams come in at 13-6 in the regular season. However, the Charge are number 2 in the East, game and a half behind the Osceola Magic by way of better, well, first of all, on the 905, as Joyner scores again. Charge, of course, won on Tuesday. Greensboro at 13-6 as well. They are third in the East. Killian Hayes, once again, he's got 5. So it's Killian Hayes 5, Jarkel Joyner 4. But the winning percentage against teams in the East has allowed the Charge to hold that number 2 seed, as Lawson's jumper is going to be wide right. So another big one here tonight for the Charge to have the 2-game advantage over the 905 should it come down to it for playoff positioning. Pass too high from Enaruna, intended for Darius Brown. Turns it over, gives it back to the 905. 10:15 to play here in the first. For the Charge, they average about 16 turnovers per game. While the 905, they lead the league, forcing a tick under 21 turnovers per game. Roddy, and he stepped on the sideline as well, so we'll give you their numbers as well. 905, 26th in the G League with 17 turnovers per game. Charge 11th in the G League as Drew Jones III looks on, head coach of the 905. Charge forcing a tick over 17 turnovers per ball game. Hayes, short jumper in the lane. Nope. Controlled by Lawson. 2 minutes gone here in the first. Joyner, all 6 points. Quick 6 for Jarko Joyner. He averages 10.5 points per game. Darius at the left elbow extended inside to North Chad. Lets the defense go by, forces it with the left hand, didn't get it, but somebody bumped him. I think it's going to be on Patrick McCaw. Good to see North Chad out on the floor. If you weren't with us on Tuesday, North Chad played just 8 minutes, but he did have 14 points and 9 rebounds, including a couple of 3 balls, as he banged his thumb and did not play the rest of the ball game, so there was some question whether he was going to be able to make it tonight, but got through shoot around this morning A-OK as Riley Minix fires home his first 3 ball of the night. Lawson quickly to the other end, slapped away by Minix off the glass. Brown left to right, left alone, fires. You betcha, Darius Brown. 72nd 3 ball of the season for DB. Charge a quick little 6-0 run, good hands by Darius. In front to Lawson, charged by 5. Charged by 2. Lawson first basket is a 3 ball. His 55th of the season. Charge had 16 3 balls in the win on Tuesday. They led that game by 22. And wave off that shot by Darius Brown. Charge also had an 18-8 free throw advantage. Riley Minix with a 3, so on the Charge. Quick 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. On the season, Charge 12th in the league, shooting 36% from the 3-point line. Defensively, and the Raptors, they are one of the best defensive, if not the best defensive team in the G League. They allow teams to shoot just 30% from 3. That's best in the G League. Minix, baseline jumper, a little too strong, didn't have a good grip on it. Weak side rebound to Lawson. Give you a couple of more defensive numbers for the 905 as we move on. Short on the 3 is Joyner. Darius keeping Joyner on his hip, looking inside, and a foul's going to be called on the 905. So Raptors 905 first in the G League, surrendering just 103.5 points per game. As we said, first allowing opponents to shoot just 30.5% from 3. First in allowing opponents to rebound at just 40.4 per ball game. You mentioned the turnovers, 20.9. They're 4th in allowing opponents to shoot just 45% from the field. So you better be on your P's and Q's offensively if you're an opponent against the 905, because you're not going to get a whole lot of good opportunities. Minix no looks it to Enaruna. And that's what you've got to do. Patience, find the open man and make him pay. Charge now 4 of 4 from the 3-point line. Back to a 5-point lead. And on that last dead ball, Tyson Denegart. As Sarr threw it away and out of bounds for another turnover. That's going to be their second. A.J. Hoggard in quickly for the 905. Eli Kell-Abrams' first season as the head coach of the Charge. He's got his guys out to a 21-12 record, 9-6 here on the home court. In the regular season on the home court, 5-3. 4 minutes gone. Killian bangs into Olivier Sarr, who's going to get called for the foul. Killian still on the floor, down baseline to my right. Peeled off the floor by Minix and Enaruna. Well, when you're 6'10", like Olivier Sarr, you got long legs. Sometimes they get in the way. Sarr has to sit down with that foul. Orith Alatiche coming in for North Chad O'Meara. And also in for the 905, Julian Reese. He replaces Sarr. So 15 on the shot clock, front court to the right, left free throw line extended. Hayes gets it back from Minix. Tristan working on Degenhart. Underhand scoop with the left hand right side. Tristan Enaruna, 5 points. He averages 19.6 points per game. Second best on the team. Lawson. David Roddy, 8 on the clock. Tough fadeaway baseline jumper slapped by Reese. Out to Hoggard. Another opportunity for the 905, and Reese tip won't go, and it's finally knocked out of bounds. Last touched by the visitors. Tristan Enaruna, again taking advantage and finishing with the fancy scoop. Left hand on the right side of the backboard. 5 minutes gone here in the first. 3 ball by Killian off the rim to Reese. Julian Reese averaging 7 rebounds per game. Roddy had it, lost it, and the reach and foul is going to be called on the charge. And with that, that's going to bring us to our first timeout of the quarter. 6:51 to play. Here in the first, Charge have a 7-point lead, 16-9. This is Charge basketball on Rock Sports. Join Charge Nation today for the 2026-27 season and get tickets to the rest of this season for free. Memberships also include exclusive merchandise, invitations to special events, and team shop discounts. Visit clevelandcharge.com for details. Here at Public Hall, 6:51 to play in the first. Charge have a 16-9 lead. There's a future Charge backcourt runner, hopefully, and not the future play-by-play announcer, although by the time he's ready to do it, I'll be long gone. So maybe he will be calling games for the Charge in the future. Let's hope so. It's a great job. Roddy inside. Good defense by Enaruna, but another opportunity. Hoggard will fire the straightaway 3. On the run rebound, Darius Brown, left to right. Zeke Mayo in. First time, the rookie from Kansas, Warith, the left elbow looking for, the left block looking for help. 8 on the clock for Darius Brown, working on Degenhardt. Tosses it up with the left hand, spun it up nicely. Darius, second basket, 5 points. Charge have doubled up the 905, 18-9 as we are midway through quarter number 1. Tyler Perry in for the first time. Into the lane, pumps twice, forced it up, nice defense by Zeke Mayo. Charge looking to extend the lead. Darius thought about it. Tristan, he'll let it fly. Good idea. Tristan Enaruna, 2 3-balls, 8 points here in the first, and the Charge lead 21-9. They are now 9 of 12 from the field, 6 of 7 from the 3-point line. Reese hands it to Hoggard on the right wing, already down to 8 on the shot clock, and an illegal screen that's going to be called on Julian Reese for the push.
Offensive foul called on number 10, Julian Reese.
Watch Darius spin it off the glass. Talk about perfect English. And then good patience to Enaruna. Darius, 5 points, 3 assists already, as he is bearing down on the all-time individual season assist record for the Charge. We're going to talk more about that later on. We've got some numbers to give you. When we get a little bit more time, we will show them to you because barring something unforeseen, Darius should surpass a couple other guys to be tops in that category all time for the Charge. On the miss, 9:05 front court to the left. Emmanuel Miller has come on for Cleveland. Degenhart muscles Minix. 8 on the clock. Roddy cut off by Warith. 3-on-1. Right side, Mayo. Alley-oop back to Warith. Can't finish. Good idea, just couldn't get it done. Roddy inside to Reese. And a foul by Emmanuel Miller. Going to put Julian Reese to the free throw line.
Foul called on the Charge. Number 1, Manny Miller, his first team second.
9:05, just 4 of 14 shooting, 28%.
Shooting the 1 for 2. Number 10, Julian Reese.
Good look as Warith.
For the Raptors, number
Give and go, just couldn't finish with the offhand by Warith. He'll take a seat. Norchad O'Meara back in. Sean McNeil coming in for the first time for the Charge. So Julian Reese, he's a 70% free throw shooter as a team. The 9:05, 75.3%. Going to be better after that 1 for 2 make. 4.5 to play. Quickly to the other end. McNeil thought about it. Working on Degenhart. Thinks he can take him. Gives it to Brown for the left elbow jumper. Too strong. Degenhart the rebound. Charge by 10. Charge looking for a third win in the 4 games here at Public Hall. McCaw left baseline comes down and slams it home. Patrick McCaw first 2 points. 6-7 from UNLV. Just under 4 to play here in the first. Jab between his legs to Mayo. 8 on the clock for Darius. Working on Perry. E-Man had it knocked away from behind by McCaw. 9:05, right to left. Good pass to Degenhart, drops inside to Reese. He muscles up the left side. He's got 4 points. Charge double-digit lead, quickly down to 6. 3:25 to play in the first. Mayo probing to Darius. Good look inside to Norchad. Muscles his way inside. Good enough foul. Hoggard's going to get called for it. Norchad with his first 2. He will look for 3 at the free throw line. A great patient move by Norchad.
for the Charge, number 2,
Norchad on the season. 18.5 points, 11.1 rebounds per game. Couple of assists as well. The 1 for 2 free throw is up, short. Chad missed a couple of free throws here now in the first quarter. 3 minutes to play in the first. Charge by 8. Hoggard underhand scoop and score with the left. That's his first bucket of the night. Pocket pass knocked away, but into the hands of Miller. Emmanuel Miller crossed over. Degenhart floats, got it. Nice move, Emmanuel Miller, his first 2. Got his first start with the Charge on Tuesday night. 19 points, 5 rebounds, a couple of 3 balls, and a couple of assists. One of the 6'5" guard from TCU. Reese banging on the smaller Jackson Robinson. Left-hand jump hook was good. 6 for Julian Reese. He's coming up on his season's average of just over 7 points per game. Killian Hayes coming down the lane, the double clutch. Couldn't finish. Good defense by Degenhart. Hoggard. McCaw. Got it. Patrick McCaw, first 3 ball gives him 5, and Eli Kelly-Abrams. And the Charge call the timeout. 2:03 to play first quarter. Charge lead is down to 3 at 25-22. We're celebrating 15 seasons of Charge basketball, and this is Rock Sports. Watch rocksports.com to stay up to date on everything you need to know about your Charge, Monsters, Cavaliers, high school sports, and more. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Watch rocksports.com, the home for Ohio sports. 2:03 to play here in the first quarter. Charge lead by 3. They've led by as many as 12. And off the timeout, Charge will have the basketball left to right. Sean McNeil inbounds to Jackson Robinson. 2 minutes to play here in the first.
2 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Active Patrick McCaw, long arms, long legs, quick hands. Alley-oop inside, Norchad can't finish. McCaw on the push. Nice spinning move by Lawson, can't finish. Robinson pumps. Covered up, gives it to Miller for the right slot 3. Wide left. A.J. Lawson the rebound. Roddy's got it. For the tie. Too strong. Make it Killian Hayes with the rebound. Left alone, left slot 3, Norchad O'Meara can't hit it. Jarkel Joyner back in, he's running the offense for the 9:05. Emmanuel Miller looks like he's gonna get called for the bump. And if it is indeed, that will be his second.
Called on number 1, Manny Miller. His second, first of the last 2 minutes.
Riley Minix quickly back to the table.
Back in the game.
He'll replace Emmanuel Miller.
22.
And David Roddy will go to the free throw line scoreless thus far tonight. He is a 67% free throw shooter. 31 minutes on Tuesday in the Charge win. 17 points, a career high, 15 rebounds for the 6'5" forward from Colorado State. And 1 for 2 free throw is good. Minutes to play here in the first quarter. Charge up 25-24. O'Meara to Hayes, short jumper is too short. Call the rebound. Joyner right to left. Jarkel Joyner in the Script Charge center floor logo. To Roddy left alone for 3. David Roddy 5 quick points. First 3 ball tonight. Just like that, the Charge lead of 12 has turned into a 2-point deficit. We're going to get a jump ball. Killian Hayes has a slight limp as he calls for a replacement, and that will be Darius Brown the second. So circle to the left. Now they're going to say Killian Hayes can't leave just yet. He had a little bit of a limp before. He's got a lot more of a limp now. And he's sitting down, but he has to come back in. As they said, he is unable to be subbed out. All Eli Kell Abrams can do is scratch his head, trying to figure out what's happened to that 12-point lead. So 33 on the game clock, 23 on the shot clock. Circle to the left, 6'3", Killian Hayes, 6'7", Patrick McCaw. McCaw easy tap, left wing to Sarr. Again, front court to the left. Roddy's got it straight out front on the right wing and too tight. Riley Minix. Riley may have taken that foul intentionally to get Killian Hayes off the floor. And he will be replaced by Darius Brown the second. Killian down 6 minutes, 5 points. So David Roddy goes right back to the line, 5 quick points. Originally a first-round pick by Philadelphia, the number 23 overall selection back in the 2022 NBA draft. 168 games of NBA experience with Memphis, Phoenix, Atlanta, Houston, and Philadelphia. Another 1 for 2 free throw. Gives Roddy 7 and gives the 905 their biggest lead. It's 4, 29-25. About a 2.5 second differential shot clock to quarter clock. Darius Brown out front, 8 on the clock. Tries to get past Patrick McCaw, is going to get called for the hook. Both teams over the limit, so Darius Brown will go to the free throw line. Darius with 5 points. This will be his free throw on the night. First free throw tonight, pardon me. 84% is Darius. 7 points, 14 assists. Going 4 rebounds, 2 3 balls, 2 steals in 33 minutes in the win for the Charge on Tuesday. Darius also with 8 double-doubles this season. That is second on the team to Norchad Omier, who's looking for another one on that putback. Can't get it, but he will shoot another free throw. 22 double-doubles for Norchad Omier, as we said, 8 for Darius Brown. Norchad just outworking 2 players from the 905. Norchad from the stripe thus far tonight, he is 0 for 2. Looking to put an end to that. 6-7 from Baylor. That's more like it. 4 for Norchad Omier. 9:05 right to left. They can use up the final 5 seconds. Hoggard had it, lost it. Right out of bounds, gives it back to the Charge. And the Charge have 3.8 to get off a shot. Trailing 29-27. Darius across the half-court stripe. The Minix not going to get it off in time. He made it, but it will not count. No surprise to this reporter because Riley practices a lot of half-court buzzer-beating type shots. He made it. They're going to review it, but he didn't get it off in time. Watch the replay. You can see basket in the center of the screen. It is red by the time it gets out of the fingertips of Riley Minix, so it's not going to count. After one, 9:05 in front of the Charge, 29-27. We'll take a timeout. We're celebrating 15 seasons of Charge basketball. This is Rock Sports. Start of the second quarter here at Public Hall. 9:05 in front of the Charge, 29-27. There's a good look at our old friend Sam Merrill. 9 3-balls last night in the win over Washington. That's nothing. He had 10 for the Charge at Greensboro a couple years ago. Sam, one of the all-time great sharpshooters in Cavaliers history, and also for the Charge. Lawson can't finish, and there for the two-hand putback is Julian Reese. He's got 8 points. Sam, one of the all-time good guys as well. And he has parlayed his career with the Charge into an awesome career with the Cavaliers. Congratulations to him. Jalen Tyson as well. Naquan Tomlin, of course. There they are. Naquan just signing that 2-year contract with the Cavs earlier in the week. Jalen Tyson Boy, how good has he been? We talked about him the other night. Norchad Omier slips inside for the slam. And we got, I think, delay of game against the Charge, and it is. But yeah, great to see those three. And we ran out of space, but somebody else, Dean Wade, has carved out a great role with the Cavaliers as well. Of course, he started his career with the Charge as well. Had a 2020 game in his first ever game with the Charge when we were still back in Canton. So if you guys are wondering if the G League does pay dividends, it most certainly does. Reese inside, muscles right side, put it up and in. He's got 10 points. Tristan Anaruna right now, two-way player. Let's see if he can make his way to the big club. And Emmanuel Miller as well. So I've had a lot of people asking me over the time, can the G League really pay off? And I just give you those names. And I said, well, you know, Jalen Tyson played for the Charge, right? And Sam Merrill and Naquan, and they're like, no, I didn't know that. So absolutely, it's a great way to work on your game. Minnick's right wing three, swishes it home. A couple of three balls for Riley Minnick. Riley Minnick was on a two-way contract with the San Antonio Spurs. Played 30 games with Austin last year, but he had a couple of cups of coffee with San Antonio. With some guys, it's really just a matter of time and opportunity. Roddy across the lane. Good tough finish for Roddy. He's got 9. 9:05, 35-32, 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Darius Brown, underhand scoop slapped off the glass by Hoggard. Roddy gives it to Joyner, sets and shoots. Roddy's going to get called for the offensive foul, or is it going to be on Minnick? Well, they're going to call that on Riley Minnick. Look of amazement on his face. That's going to be his second, as Mayo and Hayes coming back. Riley had pretty good position. Watch it again. Huh, that looked like this kind of incidental contact, no? Well, the officials didn't see it that way, and their opinion is the only one that counts. So the Raptors keep it. Lawson, alley-oop to Reese. Knocked away by Anaruna, but Tristan's going to get called for the foul, and he is. Or Tristan, that's going to be his first. And putting Reese back to the line where he made a 1 for 2 back in the first quarter. Said a moment ago, Reese 7.7 rebounds. Had 17 rebounds earlier in the week versus Motor City. Just 2 points, 2 rebounds in 10 minutes on Tuesday. Rattles out, and Aruna the rebound. Charge led by 12 in the first. Minnick spinning on Reese. And Aruna turnaround baseline. Jumper gets the friendly roll. Double figures for Tristan. 10 points. 9:05, front court to the left. Lawson right slot three. Nothing but net. A.J. Lawson, 2 baskets, 2 3 balls, 6 points. That matches the biggest lead of the night for the visitors, 4. We're going to get a little acting job by A.J. Lawson. We are indeed. There was some contact, certainly, with Norchad Omier. Crew chief Ian McClenny said that Norchad kind of leaned that leg out a little bit. Didn't look like it from here. Watch it again. Like he just kind of set his legs nice and solid, and Lawson certainly took some contact, but looked as though he was auditioning for a movie role. That one. Norchad picks up his second foul. 3 minutes gone in the second. 9:05 looking for their biggest lead here of the night. Reese has played well, knocked away by Alatiche, but right into the hands of Hoggard. And Zeke Mayo tries to save but can't do it. 9:05 will keep the basketball. Basket to my left, right of the basket A.J. Hoggard will inbound. Looks out front to Reese. Good ball movement. 3 ball by Perry, no good, but into the hands of Lawson. Blocked away with 2 hands by Warith Alatishe. He stood his ground and just soared to slap it away. Actually, he did block it with the left hand, but that other hand, the right, was right there with it. Minix will sit down. Sean McNeil back in. Riley down 6 points. On the inbound, Roddy, easy basket to the right. He's got 11 already, right on his season's average. There's the biggest lead for the 905. Mayo. Warith into the lane. Nowhere to go. Skips it to Hayes for the right corner 3. Knocked away by Alatishe. Ball's on the floor. 3rd and 10.
Jump ball called.
Jump ball is going to be called in the center floor circle. So that's going to be Reese. And they're going to put Killian Hayes in there with him. Killian at 6'5". Julian Reese 6'9". Darius Brown back. All right, so it wouldn't be Hayes then. It's going to be Warith at 6'7". Of course, Warith with the pogo sticks for legs. Tapped it into the backcourt to Perry. 4 minutes gone in the second quarter. Tyler Perry in front to Hoggard. Finally grabs control of it. Can't get it to drop. Mayo to Brown. Toward cutting Alatishe. Back rim too strong. And do we have a loose ball foul? We do. That's going to be on Tristan Enaruna. That's going to be 2 on Tristan. Joyner is back. Degenhardt is back. And Sarr is back for the 905. Once again, the 905 looking to extend their biggest lead of this first half. Sarr got away with the walk. Lawson will fire the 3. A.J. Lawson. 3 baskets, 3 balls, 9 points. There's the biggest lead for the 905 at 9. Lawson just all over Zeke Mayo. Steals it, slams it. Lawson double figures with 11. He had 19 in 39 minutes with 3 threes and 6 assists. And he has come to play here in the first half. Backdoor cut. On the rim and in, and a foul to go with it. Tristan Enaruna, he's got 12. We'll look for 13 at the free throw line. And we're under 7 minutes, so we're going to take our first timeout of the quarter. 6:49 to play here in the first. 905 with a 9-point lead, 45-36, as we celebrate 15 seasons of Charge basketball right here on Rock Sports. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Cleveland Charge. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cavs games or to any other live event in the land, SeatGeek is the place to do it. Accurate public call, 6:49 to play first half. 9:05 lead by 9, 45-36, courtesy of a 16-9 run. Max Strus in the house, Cavalier forward. Still waiting for Max to get over that Jones fracture of his foot. And not that I'm any doctor by any stretch, but for those of you that might remember, Kevin Durant lost basically an entire season a few years ago with a Jones fracture. Again, not a doctor, but from everything I've read and heard, those are very tricky injuries, and you want to be as careful and as patient with those as possible, which is certainly what the Cavaliers are doing with Max Strus. So, as the saying goes, better be safe than sorry, and let's hopefully have Max back here real soon. See what happens after the All-Star break. Three-point play is capped off by that free throw by Tristan Enaruna. Charge down by 8. McCaw pumps. Had it lost it. Nice closing defense by Tristan Enaruna. Patrick McCaw, speaking of the Cavs, played a few games with the Cavaliers back in the 2018-2019 season. He has 199 games of NBA experience with Golden State, Toronto, and Cavaliers. 8 on the clock for the Charge here in the front court to the right. Darius Brown, left-hander, swatted away there for the two-hand follow slam. Warith Alatishe, his first 2 points of the night. Warith shooting just under 69% from the floor. And that's a big reason why. Outlet pass, Brown. Left slot three ball, gonna be short. And a reach and foul by Warith. Tyler Perry had that board, got covered. Watch Warith come out of nowhere. All the big boys were going for the block shot, and Warith said, well, this gives me a nice opportunity to come in for the easy two-hand follow slam. 1 for 2 for Tyler Perry. Didn't play on Tuesday night. 5'11" from Kansas State. A 1-for-1 free throw shooter thus far. Now 2 for 2 in this his third game with the 9:05. Past the midway point. Charge down by 8. McNeil. Brown out front to Sean. Finds some space. Glass rim, no. Tap by Warith, no. Got it back. McNeil for the open three. So wish. Sean McNeil, first basket is a 3-ball, his 62nd of the season. Sean shooting 39% from the 3-point line. Charge needed that. 5:15 to play. Sarr tries to answer back, and he does. Olivier Sarr. That's his first basket. His 40th 3 of the season. The big man from Kentucky shoots it at 38% accuracy. So that's no surprise for him. Backdoor cut to McNeil. Reversing it, can't finish. Tap by War, no good. Grab by Perry. Lawson. Big step. Can't finish. Under 5. Alatishe gets bumped. There's that late whistle. War couldn't finish, but he was bumped by Olivier Sarr. Let's watch Sean McNeil stick with it. Didn't get the bucket. Relocates, and nice unselfish play by Warith Alatishe. Tristan Enaruna will sit down. Emmanuel Miller will come back. Sarr will sit down. And Julian Reese returns for the 9:05. 9:05 get called for a delay of game. So both teams with a delay of game warning. One more for either team will result in a technical. So Warith Alatishe to the free throw line, where he's a 61% free throw shooter. Line to the right. Deep knee bend, high arcing free throw, rimmed off to Roddy. 8-point lead for the 9:05. They've got it front court to the left. Hoggard, nice move. Can't finish. Nice defense by Alatishe into the hands of Reese. Put it up, put it in, draws the foul. He's got 12. We'll look for 13 at the free throw line. Julian Reese getting lots of minutes tonight. with no Mobo and no Martin.
Back into the game for your Charge, number 15, North, Chad O'Meara.
Chad O'Meara back for Warith Alatiche.
Charge open on the bench.
Reese,
Good to the line, shooting in
here
one,
tonight,
number
10
10,
minutes.
Julian Reese.
4 of 6 from the floor. He's got 10 points and 10 rebounds. And again, we've got 4.5 to play here in the first half. Boy, hate to see what his numbers are going to be at the end of the night. If he keeps this up, free throw is off. As we said, he had 17 rebounds versus the Crews earlier in the week. One thing about Patrick McCaw, he's a little bit offensively challenged, but he's going to get it done for you defensively, as does Jarkel Joyner. 3-ball by Robinson, had to rush it, couldn't get it. O'Meara the offensive rebound. Jackson will try again. This one's more in rhythm. Slapped by McNeil into the hands of Roddy. Under 4 to play, 10-point lead for the 9:05. He's led by as many as 11, looking for more. Joyner got it. Joyner with 8. There's the biggest lead for the 9:05. Another steal. And Reese just slides inside, put it up and in. Reese, 14 points for the Charge. 7 turnovers. A couple of steals already for the 9:05. McNeil gonna look for another from the corner. Why not? Big baskets, Sean McNeil, 2 threes from the left corner. Charge needed them both. Coming up on the 3-minute mark. Charge down by 11. Joyner looking for it again. The Raptors 9:05 are warming to the task. 50% shooting from the field. That is their 7th 3-ball here in the first half. They've got their biggest lead as they drop into his own defense. Sean for a third 3. Swish! Sean McNeil. 3 straight 3-balls. 2 points in 17 minutes on Tuesday night. And Mr. McNeil more than making up for it here in the first half in the second game with the 9:05. Joyner again, challenged by O'Neal. Sean fires. Why not? Sean McNeil, bang, 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 bang. 4 3-balls, 12 points in about 2 minutes, and the Charge 14-point deficit is cut to 8 as Sean McNeil finds the range. 2:16 to play first half, 9:05, 59-51. This is Rock Sports. Consumer Tire, locally owned since 1962, now with 5 locations for all of your tire and automotive needs. Find a location near you at consumertire.com. Here at Public Hall, 2:16 to play here in the first half. Charge down by 8, and thanks to that man right there, Sean McNeil, his shot chart, yeah, perfect from outside the arc, and not so good inside the paint, but he's a sharpshooter. We want him on the outside, so we'll take it. Roddy muscles it up and in. Roddy with 13 points. Sean McNeil, again, 4 straight 3-balls. He now has 65 on the season, and he's going to be, all things being equal, will be over that 39% accuracy mark by the end of the night. Under 2 to play. McNeil drops it inside to O'Meara. Oh my! 8 points for North Chad O'Meara. 4 3-balls from McNeil and a nifty dish on the inside. Sean McNeil controlling quarter number 2 for the Charge with 90 seconds to play. Both teams have led by 12. And where would the Charge be without that man right there? Mr. McNeil, watch it again. Perfect. He said when you start making those perimeter shots, the defense has to gravitate over, and that allows McNeil to break down the defense, find the open teammate, which exactly what happened on that possession. North Chad O'Meara will sit down. North Chad 8 points and 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Good look at A.J. Lawson, 6'6" from South Carolina. 21.8 points per game, 4 rebounds per contest. 1 for 2 free throw is right there. He's got 13 first half points. Well on his way to surpassing his 19 points on Tuesday night. Back to a double-digit lead for the 905. Darius, the 2-man with Tristan Enaruna. 5 on the clock for Darius. Shoots over the top of Reese. Didn't get the soft roll, rebounded by Lawson. Reese across the lane with a minute, slides back to the baseline, can't finish, but he was bumped and fouled. The foul's going to be on Jackson Robinson. Julian Reese right back to the line. He's got 14 points, 8 of those here in the second quarter. Reese, as we said, 6'9" from Maryland. Zeke Mayo back, replacing Darius Brown. Darius, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Rattling out the free shots is Reese. Charge have it, under a minute to play, left to right. And Aruna with tight defense by Roddy. Minix with 5, working on Reese. Hops back, off the rim, tapped up and in. Jackson Robinson from the weak side, nicely done. The rookie from Kentucky, right place, right time, right result. About an 11-second differential, shot clock to game clock. Auger cut off by Robinson. Lawson drifting, shooting. Charge left to right, use up the final 12 seconds. They trail by 8. Zeke between the circles with 5. Hops for the right slot 3 to beat the buzzer, off the rim, no good. We played 2 quarters of basketball here at Public Hall. Charge looking good after 1. They only trailed by 2, they led by 12. But a big quarter by the 905 here in the second. Matter of fact, they outscored the Charge 32-28 to take the 8-point lead. They led by 12 points as well. We're going to take a timeout. Coming up, we will have the halftime report, which will be brought to you by SeatGeek. Lots of finals from last night, games in progress, finals from this afternoon, lots of big individual performances to get you caught up on. And we will look at the first half box score. That's all coming up next. Halftime here at Public Hall, 905-63, Charge 55. This is Charge Basketball on Rock Sports. Back at Public Hall, it is halftime. Raptors 905 out in front of the Charge, 63-55. Hello again, Scott and Zarilla with you. This is the halftime report brought to you by SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Cleveland Charge. Well, at this time, as always, we like to take you around the NBA G League presented by Cleveland Clinic. These are all finals from last night. Memphis snuck past visiting Santa Cruz 108-107. Tyler Burton 21 points. Eric Dixon had 20 for the Hustle. Greensboro no trouble over visiting Capital City 136-119. Antonio Reeves had 31 for the Swarm. Skal Labissiere 35 for the Go-Go. Motor City a 109-103 winners at Maine. Wendell Moore Jr. had 30. Amari Williams 29 for the Celtics. Austin improved to 12-7 with a 135-120 win at Iowa. Harrison Ingram 25 for the Spurs. Jules Bernard 25 for the Wolves. Grand Rapids a 135-131 win at Windy City as they outscored the Bulls 42-20 in the fourth quarter. 5 players with 20 plus. How about James Akinjo, 21 points and 22 assists for the Bulls. Yuki Karamura, 34 points and 16 assists. Boy, that must have been a lot of fun to watch. South Bay winners over visiting San Diego, 128-116. Tevion Jones had 24 for the Lakers. John Poulakidis, 30 for the Clippers. Jalen House, he backed him. How about his numbers? 18 points and 17 assists. And the late game, Mexico City, easy winner at Stockton, 107-86. Capitanes improved to 14-6. They outscored the Kings 32-13 to rally in the fourth quarter. James Bouknight, 22 for the Capitanes. Daquan Jeffries, 31 for the Kings in a losing effort. Now we got 3 finals in from earlier today. Long Island, they improved to 13-9 with a 123-107 win at Delaware behind 30 points from Nate Williams. Good win in Noblesville as the Boom snuck past the visiting College Park Skyhawks 130-129. The Boom now 13-8. They were led by Cam Hildreth with 34 points. How about Ray J. Dennis? 47 points, 11 assists, but he did miss the jump shot at the buzzer that could have won it for College Park. And the other final from earlier today, Valley, 3-point winners over visiting Salt Lake City, 123-120. Now we've got games in progress alongside the Charge and the 905 halftime in Maine. Celtics in front of visiting Motor City, 53-51. Halftime at Greensboro, the Swarm at 13-6, trying to keep pace with Osceola, Cleveland, and the 905. They currently have a 66-47 lead over the Go-Go at 10-9. They're trying to stay in the playoff race. Game's getting started in a couple of minutes. Minutes because it's the remix at 12-9 at the 8-15 Squadron. 9-9 Santa Cruz will be at Memphis. Rio Grande Valley 12-6 will be at Texas. And Grand Rapids will be at Windy City for the rematch. Late game tonight as well, a rematch between Mexico City and Stockton. Here at Public Hall, it is halftime. Raptors 905 in front of the Charge, 63-55. We will take a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the first half box score. That's all coming up next. This is the SeatGeek Halftime Report on Rock Sports. Back at the SeatGeek halftime report, Raptors 9:05 in front of the Charge, 63-55. Raptors led 29-27 after one, but that was after the Charge led by 12. 9:05 led by 12 in the second quarter, outscored the Charge 32-28 for this 8-point lead. Both teams have led by 12, 6 lead changes. The game has not been tied yet here tonight. Matching the teams, 9:05, 49% shooting, 22 of 45, including 7 3 balls, 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Charge 44% on 21 of 48, 10 3 balls, and just 2 of 6 from the free throw line. Pretty much even on the rebounding. Charge, they do have 12 assists on those 21 made field goals, and both teams with 7 turnovers. Individually, 4 players in double figures for the 9:05, led by A.J. Lawson with 13 points, 5 rebounds, 13 points, 4 rebounds for David Roddy. Also 12 points for Julian Reese with 10 rebounds. Double-double in the first half off the bench, 11 for Jarkel Joyner. Charge, 2 players in double figures. Tristan Enaruna with 13, Sean McNeil 12 on those 4 3 balls. Riley Minix had 6 points, and Norchad Omir had 8 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists as well. All adds up to a 9:05 lead of 63-55 here at the half. If you need more stats than that, we encourage you to visit clevelandcharge.com. And don't forget, stay connected with the Charge by following us on X, Facebook, Instagram, and on TikTok. Let's take a timeout. Charge trail by 8 at the break. It's the SeatGeek halftime report on Rock Sports. Start of the second half, Charge trailing the 905, 63-55. We were just giving you stats a moment ago. I want to tell you, in case you were wondering, something pretty exciting with the Charge, as Darius Brown is bearing down on the all-time single-season assist total record. As you can see there, Scoochie Smith with 325. Now, Darius had 308 coming into tonight. He has 4 tonight, so he can bump that up to 312. Certainly within striking distance of Sharif Cooper, and again, barring something completely unforeseen, he will roar right past Deshaun Scoochie Smith with those 325. Of course, had that 22, which is one shy of the G League record at Texas last month. So Darius, 9.6 assists thus far this season, and again, barring something completely unforeseen, certainly by the end of the season should be and hold the all-time Charge record for most assists in a season. Starting the second half, Charge have it front court to the left. Riley Minix, a 3-ball, nothing but net. Riley's got 3 baskets. He's got 3 threes, 9 points. That's 16 points with 5 fouls on Tuesday, but he had 5 of 6 free throws to seal that win as Joyner can't finish the layup. Charge right to left in the home wine uniforms with the gold letters and numbers and the gold and navy trim as McCall reaches in for the foul. Charge have rocket across the stomach. The 905 are in the road whites with the red letters, numbers, and the red and black trim. Of course, in the NBA G League, players' names are under the players' numbers. Our officials tonight, Tyler Merkovich, he's got the basketball. Rachel Wood, and our crew chief is Ian McClenny as Riley Minix hammers home another 3-ball, and Drew Jones III quickly calls the timeout to stop the bleeding for the 9:05. We haven't played a minute of the third quarter, but the Charge have cut that 8-point deficit down to 2, 63-61. You're watching Charge basketball on Rock Sports. Score big this season with unmatched deals on new Ram trucks, Jeep SUVs, Dodge Muscle, and Chrysler vans. Whether you're heading to the rink or exploring the open road, Avon Lake CDJR offers a huge selection at unbeatable prices. Just 20 minutes from downtown, or visit them online at avonlakecdjr.com. Start off the timeout. 9:05 have it, left to right. Charge have opened up the quarter 6-0. Lawson on the left slot, left wing, bangs into Minix, tosses one up, and a foul's going to be called on the floor on Riley Minix. That's going to be 3 for Riley. McCall on the far side, out front to Joyner. Sarr for the right slot, 3 wide left. Charge can tie or retake the lead. Norchad, Minix for the lead. So Roddy may have got a piece of that. Right in front of the pack, went for the slam, and he finished over the top of Norchad O'Meara. grimaced a little bit and muscled up. Back to a 4-point lead for the 905. Darius three ball is short, runs it down into the lane. Killian just inside the free throw line, got a nice bounce. 7 for Killian, first basket here since the first quarter when he had 5. Make it 2 minutes gone here in the third. Lawson three ball, no good. Nice box out by Norchad Omer. He's got 5 rebounds. Killian Hayes left of the lane. Good ball movement. Tristan the open corner 3. Great ball movement. Tristan Enaruna has 16, his third 3 ball tonight.
Foul call on number 13, Tristan Enaruna, his third. 8 seconds.
Nice swing for Tristan. Sarin Joyner will sit down for the 905, replaced by Reese and Huggard. So A.J. Lawson going to shoot a 1 for 2, line to the right. Need 1 free throw back in the second quarter. One of the 2 ways for Toronto. High arcing free throw up and in. 15 points. Tristan looking for another 3 ball. That one's going to be short. Riley going to think about it, but thought better than trying to hurdle the 905 bench and risk injury. Ball goes out of bounds. 905 left to right. Leading by 1, 67-66. 3 minutes gone here in the third. On the weave, Lawson underhand, scoop and score. Boy, he's quick, isn't he? 17 points for A.J. Lawson. Smooth, too. Killian gets bumped, floats, glass rim, no.
Foul call on number 0, A.J. Lawson, his first. 15 seconds.
Foul's going to be on A.J. Lawson. So Killian Hayes will go to the line for his trip tonight. He's a 79% free throw shooter. Charge thus far tonight, just 2 of 6. Killian on the season, 23.5 points, 4 rebounds, over 8 assists, 1.5 steals per game. And barely makes it drop, but it does. 9 for Killian Hayes. Reese stutter steps, reversing it right to left, didn't get it. Norchad on the outlet to Minix. Pinballed around, grabbed on the turnover by Roddy. Couple of beef eaters going on it on the right baseline. Jumper by Roddy up and in. He's got 17. Roddy listed at 255. Norchad about 250. Those guys don't miss many meals. Minix muscles on the right block. 14 for Riley Minix. He's averaging 18.5 points for the Charge. Roddy again, 20. Couple of 3 balls. Shoots it at 38% accuracy from the line. Back to a 4-point lead for the 905. Left alone, just turning it, flipping it up and in. Killian Hayes, double figures with 11. 6 quick ones. Lawson. Wild shot rebounded by Norchad. Minix the left block slam. 16 for Riley, 10 here in quarter number 3. Matching his output from Tuesday night. Charge tied up at 74. A.J. Lawson. Loose ball foul, is that going to be on Reese? It is indeed. That's the break, last timeout for the Charge. Once again, the Charge, number 1 in the G League, with 29.5 assists per game. Tonight, they've got 17 and 28 made field goals. Zeke Mayo back in, as is Emmanuel Miller, replacing Tristan and Darius. Minix across the lane, off balance, not there. Norchad had it, digs it out. Skip pass. The pump, the shot by Minix, up and in! 19 for Riley Minix. How about the hustle? How about the unselfishness? And the Charge back on top, 77-74 with 6:33 to play in the third. And Drew Jones the third on the 9:05 call time right here on Rock Sports.
Book your group today.
Well, the Cleveland Charge Family Value Pack provides more value than ever with 4 tickets, water bottles, and select unlimited snack concessions starting at only $49. Visit clevelandcharge.com for more. 6:33 to play here in the third quarter. Charge have retaken the lead at 77-74 on the strength of a 22-11 start to the third period. As the 9:05 inbound left to right. Tyson Degenhart back on for the 9:05. Roddy. Tyler Perry back running the offense for the 9:05. On 5 on the clock. Degenhart stepped on the sideline, turning it over. Turnover number 8 for the 9:05. Charge have 9. Game of runs. A little different than Tuesday night when the Charge had the big lead, about 22, and they had to hold off the 9:05 in the final minutes and actually the final seconds. This one's been back and forth, Alley-oop Hayes to Omer, double figure for North Chad with 10 and a picture-perfect assist. Killian Hayes, that's his 3rd assist. North Chad now 10 points and 8 rebounds. Give and go, Roddy drives and scores. 22 for David Roddy. And driving down the lane, Riley Minix. Here in the third quarter, we got lots of time left. Make it 4 3 balls, and that free throw. Riley on the season, 73% from the line. Gives the Charge a 6-point lead, 5.5 to play third quarter. Riley in his 12th game with the Charge, acquired back on January the 13th. Reese slides inside, finishes. Reese with his first points of the second half. He's got 16. Zeke out front. Killian, covered by Reese, lets it fly anyway. Got it! Killian Hayes, he's got 14 points, 9 here in the third quarter. So 9 for Killian, 15 for Riley. Weak side grabbing the air ball by Reese. Reese coming down the lane, scoops and scores. Julian Reese, 18 points. 22 for Roddy, 18 for Reese, 17 for Lawson. Top three for the 905. They trail by 5. Norchad working on Reese, slides inside, a little too strong. Charge looking for the 2-game sweep of the 905. Only 2 meetings between the 2 teams this year. Roddy with 5. Working on Miller. Nice defense by Emmanuel. Wide left, grabbed by Zeke Mayo. Nice defense by Emmanuel Miller. Forced Roddy into a shot I don't think he wanted to take. 4 minutes to play. Alley-oop inside to Killian Hayes. E-Man left wing. Got it! Emmanuel Miller. Second basket, first 3 ball. Just his second as a member of the Charge. This is his 5th game with the wine and gold. Charge are led by 12, but they're gonna be more than happy with this 8-point advantage, and nice defense on Reese, forcing the travel on the baseline. McNeil, Brown, and Alatiche back in for Cleveland. Good skip pass from Killian Hayes out to Emmanuel Miller. Their lead is 8. They've got the basketball right to left. Darius walking across the half-court stripe. Thought about the 3, and illegal screen's going to be called on the Charge. On Warith Alatiche, that's 3 on Warith. Eli Kell Abrams calling out the defensive play. Joyner gets the pick from Sarr. Charging the zone defense. Miller covering Degenhardt. Has to force it out front to Joyner. Good idea, Jarkel Joyner. He's got 14 points on a couple of 3 balls. Quickly to the other end. E-Man forced one up and a late whistle, absolutely. Boy, Olivier Sarr wondering what he did. How about cracking E-Man across the face? Of course, he really has never been a basketball player that has ever committed a foul. So Emmanuel Miller will go to the free throw line. He is a 9 of 11 free throw shooter as a member of the Charge. 4 previous games with Cleveland, Emmanuel 7.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, 1.7 assists. 1.7 steals. Swishes home the free throw. He's got 7. He was a 2-way with the Chicago Bulls. He's a 2-way with the Cavaliers. Coming upon the 2-minute mark, Charged by 7. Miller fights over the top. Ball pinballs around and kicked out of bounds by Darius Brown, leaving 4.4. Front court to the right for the 905. McCaw swings it. Joyner stutter steps, fires the 3, wide left. Miller the rebound. Charge right to left. Mayo. Zeke sets, fires, rattled out. Warith Alatiche, the high rebound. He couldn't finish the putback, but he is fouled.
Foul call to the Raptors, number 20, Tyson Degenhardt.
Now it's going to be on Degenhardt. That's Warith, another one of those coming out of nowhere, just over the top of David Roddy. So Warith will go back to the line. Missed one back in the second quarter. On the season, Warith, 5.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, 1.3 block shots. He has 6'7" from Oregon State. Played 44 games with the Charge last year. Free throw up and in. Warith, 4 points. The 61% free throw accuracy may not seem a lot, but I'll tell you folks, Warith, nobody spends more time on the free throw line than Warith at practice. Lawson forced up the shot, didn't get it. Warith got him.
Foul called on the Charge, number 8, Warith Alatiche is 4th. Third.
4 on Warreath. Yeah, bumped him with the body. Lawson will go to the line. He's got 17 points, 2 of 2 from the line. As a team, 9:05, they are 6 of 9 from the free throw line. They're looking for win number 28 on the season. Lawson's free throw swishes up and in. 19 for A.J. Lawson, matching his output of 19 Tuesday in the Charge win. Killian Hayes back on the floor with 2 minutes to play in the third. And Killian gonna get called for the travel, as nice defense by Julian Reese met him on the block. Drew Jones the third looking on. Second season head coach of the 905. He has done a spectacular job. Again, the 905, 27-6 overall. They won their first 19 games of the season, 24 of their first 25. Hayes tears it away on the outlet, 3-1. Sliding inside, Emmanuel Miller can't finish. That's because he's fouled by Lawson. Good foul by AJ. Try to stop that break in some way, shape, or form. E-Man gonna go right back to the line, made one a moment ago. 62 games with Windy City and Texas last year, averaged 17 points and 7 rebounds. His line to the left, this is a 1 for 2. Another one, 9. 7 of them here in the third quarter. Charge lead is 9. Greasno looks it to McCaw for the right wing jump shot, wide left. Should be knocked out of bounds by Reese, and it is. Norchad getting ready to come back, and he will for Warreath. Norchad back in, just under 23 minutes, 10 points and 8 rebounds. He also has 5 assists. Looking for double-double number 23 on the season. Darius stutter steps, right slot 3, short. Kept alive. Emmanuel Miller on the rebound, put it up and in, float it up on the rim. He's got 11 points, 9 here in the third. Back to a double-digit lead for the Charge, 96-85. Joyner on the double team. Cut off by McNeil. Threw it right to Darius Brown. Everybody's looking at each other. Everybody's looking at each other, officials. And Eli Calabrams says, I need a coach's challenge. That's going to be a tough one there. That bounce pass. There were a lot of legs involved. Let's see if we can get a look at it here. Well, trailing it right there, it looks like probably the leg of David Roddy. But if you really look at it, Emmanuel with that black shoe, his foot was back behind him as well, so that's going to be a tough one. This might take a while. Charge. Let's see, is this angle any better? So Darius on the bounce pass. Going the wrong way, folks.
At 2:30 p.m. in Los Angeles, California. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for our 2 stars.
Certainly didn't look like it hit Emmanuel that time. The question now becomes, did it even hit the foot of David Roddy? Folks, I'm with you. I'm just watching. I'm not going to give you any stats or scores or anything unless they take away my chance to look at it. Interesting couple of angles. If anything, it may have hit Roddy. It certainly didn't appear to hit Emmanuel Miller, but if it didn't hit Roddy, that means that Darius just bounced it out of bounds, and it'll go back to the 9:05. The Charge wrapping up the 4-game homestand, looking for a 3rd win in the 4 games. And then it will be the All-Star break this weekend. Norchad O'Meara, Killian Hayes in the next up game out in Los Angeles. Charge get a couple of days off. The rest of us will hit the bus next Wednesday, make our way to Noblesville for our first ever visit to take on the Boom in Indiana. That'll be the start of a 5-game, 10-day road trip, which will see them play 1 in Noblesville, 2 at Westchester on Saturday and Monday. And then they'll head to wrap things up with a couple of games in Osceola against the, as of today, first place Magic. All right, Ian McClenny asking help from Tyler Merkovich. 41.6 seconds to play third quarter. Charged by 11. Both teams have led by as many as 12. Officiating crew, Tyler Merkovich there. You see him number 41. Our crew chief, Ian McClenny, number 59. And just to the left of your screen, Rachel Wood. All right, let's watch it one more time. Again, it doesn't look like Emmanuel Miller's foot's going to be in the way. The question is, did it hit the back of the foot of David Roddy right about there? I like this angle here myself. Yeah, that's tough. All right, I think the officials have made a decision, and we're about to find out. Ian McClenny.
After review, the call on the floor has been overturned. Charge ball.
All right, so they'll say that it's overturned, which means that originally it was called off of Cleveland, which, again, we never got that designation, so we were kind of speculating throughout. But the good news is Charge have it. Bad news is they turn it right over. All that for nothing. Lawson slices inside. 21, A.J. Lawson, 8 here in the quarter. 30 seconds to play in the third. Charge by 9. Miller floats with the left hand, tough shot. Emmanuel Miller, 13 points, 11 here in the third. 9:05, trailing by 11, can use up the final 10 seconds of the third. Hoggard over the top of Hayes, rattles it up and in. Hayes to half-court line to beat the buzzer. The three is up, wide right. We have played 3 quarters of play here at the Public Hall. Entering the fourth, Charge have rallied. They've led by 12, they trail by 12, they currently lead it by 9. 98-89 as we enter the fourth quarter. This is Charge basketball on Rock Sports. Start of the fourth quarter here at Public Hall. Charge on the strength of a 43-26 third quarter. They lead 9:05, 98-89. And with that, it is time to take a look at the road ahead, driven by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. All-Star break after tonight. And we start that 5-game, 10-day trip. There you see the game at Noblesville next Thursday, Saturday, Monday at Westchester, and then we'll finish up the trip in Osceola against the Magic. That is your road ahead, driven by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. Start of the fourth. Foul's going to be called on Cleveland's Tristan Enaruna. Make it Darius Brown, pardon me. I'm going to put Hoggard right to the free throw line. E.J. Hoggard, a 66% free throw shooter. 7 of 10, now 7 of 11 are the 905. Norchad the rebound. Got 10 points and 9 boards. Darius out front. Charge going to try to keep that momentum from the third quarter. Pocket pass inside Norchad, one-hand floater up and in. He's got 12, another assist for Darius. That's assist number 6 for DB. Another turnover. Tristan had it, lost it. Grabbed by McCaw. Pot hanging. A.J. Lawson slams it home. He's got 23. In that third quarter, Riley Minix had 15 points, 9 for Killian Hayes, and 11 for Emmanuel Miller. That'll go a long way, helping the Charge to that lead. Floater on the runner. Darius Brown, first points since the first quarter. He's got 7. 6 rebounds, 6 assists. On the block shot. Robinson, got it. Jackson Robinson, first 3-ball, 5 points. His 49th 3 of the season for the rookie from Kentucky. Roddy tries to get it back, and he does. Roddy with 25. That's his third 3-ball tonight. 55 on the season for him. Charged by 11. I'm good with trading baskets. Minix. Norchad, again, the big boys going at it on the left block. Sweeping hook by Norchad, up and in. 14 points for Norchad. He averages 18.5 points per game. He matches the 14 points in the 8 minutes he played on Tuesday night. Pass inside to Sarr, put on the right side of the backboard. 5 for Olivier Sarr. He had 11.7 rebounds on Tuesday. Tristan. Back to Darius with 8 on the shot clock. Minix, left slot, pushes up the 3, rattles out to Sarr. Charged by 11, 9.5 to play, fourth quarter. Sarr got away with the walk, boy. I know you can stutter step, but wait a bit. Hoggard inside. Good swing to Roddy. Spins off, rebounded by Darius. 3 minutes gone. Minix behind his back, off the glass, up and in. 24, Riley Minix. That's the highlight of the night for Mr. Minix. 13-point lead, the biggest of the night for the good guys. Lawson tries to get it right back, and he does. And he will go to the free throw line. He's got 25. We'll look for 26. That's the big man, Riley Minix. Boy, he left A.J. Lawson flat-footed. One more time. High off the glass over the outstretched arms of Olivier Sarr. Boy, I told you, Riley Minix, he was a good acquisition by the good guys. Game number 12 for Riley. Lawson's free throw is short. Charge lead by 11. Minix, 24 points, 5 rebounds. He's also got 3 assists. A couple of block shots. Roddy gets called for the foul. So Tristan Enaruna going to go to the free throw line. Made one back in the second quarter. 22 points, 5 rebounds, 3 threes, and 3 block shots for Tristan in the win on Tuesday night. Two-way by the Cavaliers signed on January the 28th. That 1-for-2 free throw swishes up and in. 18 for Tristan Enaruna, 6'8" from CSU. Charge again by 13, matching their biggest lead. Cut off by Omer. Roddy Desar with 5. Forced to shoot the 3. Another rebound for Minix. Drops it off to Enaruna. Tristan, a long straightaway 3, wide left. Saved by Roddy. Peeks around. Gives it to Lawson for the quick trigger 3. A.J. Lawson, 28 points. Averages just under 22 per game. Lawson's season high is 36. And the way he scores, that is well within reach. The double team, Killian. Hooks it right over to the table. Tristan tries to save it, but he stepped on the sideline for another turnover. That's 14 now on the Charge. Well, the 905 have 12. Tyler Perry returns to run the offense for the 905. They've also forced the Charge. They've also come up with 8 steals, to go along with the 14 Charge turnovers. So pretty much right on target are the 905 defensively. Lawson again. 31 back-to-back bombs for A.J. Lawson. Charge 13-point lead down to 7. Killian settles for the 3. Good idea, Killian Hayes. 17 points. He's got 3 balls tonight. He had 19 points, 7 assists, 3 threes in the win on Tuesday. Lawson again, short into the hands of Hayes out in front. Look out, 2-hand slam, Tristan Enaruna. He's got 20 points. And Drew Jones the third, and the 905 not happy with his guys as he calls the timeout. 6:53 to play in the ball game. Charge, they got a 12-point lead, 116-104 on Rock Sports. Join Charge Nation today for the 2026-27 season and get tickets to the rest of this season for free. And we've got a lot of home games coming up in March. Memberships also include exclusive merchandise, invitations to special events, and team shop discounts. Visit clevelandcharge.com for details. The Republic Hall, 6:53 to play. Charge, 116-104. Riley Minix, big reason for that, 24 points. He is 9 of 14 from the field, 5 3 balls. As Lawson again, 33 points, 12 already here in the fourth quarter. Emmanuel Miller back in, bounces off Lawson, forces one up. And A.J. Lawson's going to get called for the foul as Emmanuel Miller was not going to be denied that time. That's 3 fouls on Lawson. Joyner back Going to replace Lawson. He won't be down for long, I'll tell you that. So Emmanuel Miller will shoot a 1-for-2 free throw. He's 2 of 2 tonight. He is 11 of 13 as a member of the Charge, as Drew Jones III having words with official Tyler Merkovich. Too strong on the free throw by Miller. 6.5 to play. Charge still have a 10-point lead. Joyner swings it to Sarr. Big man can shoot it. We have seen that movie before. A couple of 3 balls tonight. He's got 8 points. He is the brother of Washington Wizard big man Alex Sarr. As Enaruna gets 2 more with the left hand. 22 for Tristan. Going to improve his season's average of 19.6 points per game. More importantly, keeps the Charge out in front as we are past the midway point of the 4th quarter. Sarr to Joyner with 3. Shoots over Enaruna. Jarkel Joyner, a couple of tough shots here tonight. He's got 16 points. Norchad, he'll settle for the straightaway 3. The big man, you betcha. 17 for Norchad, his 11th 3 of the season. The big man shot it with confidence. Back to the 10-point lead for Cleveland. Joyner, the underhand scoop is short, rebounded by Omir. Norchad, 17 points, 10 rebounds. That's double-double number 23. As Miller quickly to the other end for points 14 and 15. Charge back to the 12-point lead, 5 minutes to play. Lawson, Hogard, Reese, Degenhart ready to come back for the 9:05. Killian Hayes waiting to return for Cleveland. Roddy right slot 3. Boy, he's been good again. 28 for Roddy. That is a season high for Mr. Roddy, surpassing his previous high of 26. And now Eli Kell-Abrams calls the timeout. 4:35 to play in the ball game. Charge by 9, 123 to 114. We're celebrating 15 seasons of Charge basketball on Rock Sports. Hey Cleveland, if you want your business showcased during all the action on Rock Sports during Monsters, Charge, and more, now's the time. Reach fans across the region with custom advertising opportunities all season long. Get started at watchrocksports.com/advertise. Off the timeout, Charge have it front court to the left. Both teams have scored 25 points here in the 4th. Minix in the lane. Off balance, no good. Rebounded by Reese. Julian Reese now with 18 points and 11 rebounds off the bench. Again, no Elijah Martin and no Jonathan Mobo for the 9:05. 4 minutes to play. Degenhart bangs into Minix, and Riley out of position is going to pick up personal foul number 5.
Foul call in the Charge, number 22, Riley Minix is fifth. Team
So Degenhart, scoreless tonight, will go to the free throw line. Had a career-high 24 points versus Motor City earlier in the week. Just played 7 minutes on Tuesday night. About the only thing he did was commit 3 fouls on the season, averaging 7 points and 3 rebounds. He is 6'8" from Boise State. 67% free throw shooter. Right there, first 2 points of the night. Pulls the 905 to within 7. 123 to 116. This is about the time on Tuesday when the 905 really started to up their tempo, get themselves right into that ball game, and Charge had to squeak it out in the final second, stepping back for the right slot. 3 ball! Riley Minix, 27 on 6 3 balls. Riley Minix, one shy of his Charge high of 28. As Lawson slides inside, he's got 35. This is one shy of his season high of 36. Joyner picks up his 3rd foul. Watch Riley again. He is now 6 of 9 from the 3-point line, stepping back, shooting it with confidence. So Riley now with 58 3 balls in 12 games with the Charge, and his 41% accuracy mark is going to go way up after this one. 3 minutes to play. Darius skips it. Omier for another 3. He got it! Norchad Omier, back-to-back threes here in the 4th quarter. He's got 20 points to go along with 10 rebounds and 6 assists. Reese on the inside, muscles over the top of Miller. Reese, first points of the 4th quarter. He's got 20. Charge by 9. And the Charge is trying to hold off the 905 for a second time in 3 days. Killian skips it. Miller a big 3. Got it! Emmanuel Miller, 18 points, his second 3 ball tonight. Couldn't have come at a better time. 2:15 to play. Extends the Charge lead to 12. Reese on the inside, knocked out of bounds by Norchad Omier. Hey, if the 905 want to trade 3 balls for 2s, we'll take it. Norchad, again, the big man shooting it with confidence. Just shooting 27% entering action tonight, but he's got 2 3 balls here in the 4th quarter, and Emmanuel Miller came into tonight with just 1 made 3 with the Charge. He's got 2 on the night. Fouls on Killian Hayes, A.J. Lawson to the line. It's a 1 for 2. If he makes this, he'll have a new season high, surpassing his previous best of 36. Again, we are above 2 minutes, so still 1 free throw. Line to the right, off the back of the rim, run down by Emmanuel Miller. Big miss with 2 minutes to play for A.J. Lawson. So we saw this on Tuesday, and the Raptors got right back into it anyway. Omier for a 3rd 3, not that time. Backpedaling is Omier into the hands of Reese. Nonetheless, he turned and put it up and in for points 21 and 22. Reese has a new season high. 22, surpassing his previous best of 20. 90 seconds and counting. Reach and foul by Lawson, got him on the arm.
Foul called on number 0, A.J. Lawson, his 4th.
4 on Lawson. Both teams over the limit, so we're going to shoot free throws for the final 124. Are we not shooting free throws? Says bonus on the scoreboard. McCall back in for Lawson.
Now into the game, number 3.
Hayes will inbound. Well, it should be on 5. I'm not sure why they have the bonus signs up on the scoreboard with both teams with 4 fouls. Darius on the right wing. Skips it to Miller. 3 on the clock for Riley. Darius gets hammered and hits the floor hard on a closeout by David Roddy. Certainly was unintentional.
Foul called on number
The 3 free throws for Darius Brown.
2 minutes of an NBA G League team. Players are required to shoot all of their free throws. So to the line.
So Darius again, 1 for 3.
TB2.
Line to the left, Darius on the season, 12.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, 9.5 assists, just over 2 steals. First free throw goes up and in.
Back into the game for the Raptors, number 0.
Lawson right back in, offensive firepower. Oh, they're going to say just 2 free throws. Second one rattles up and in. All right, so Darius' foot must have been on the line. Charge up by 12. Just over a minute to play. Auger floats. Back rim, nope. Reese hammers home the putback. 24 as Julian Reese continues to set new season highs with every point he puts up. Also has 13 rebounds tonight. Reese knocked it away. Darius gets it back and looks over to official Rachel Wood, calls the timeout. Leaving 9 on the shot clock, 46 on the game clock.
30-second timeout.
Just a 30-second timeout. Let's see if we've got any other finals to give you from around the league. Again, we're starting to talk more and more about the playoff positioning. Final at Greensboro, Swarm now 14-6 with a 119-107 win over visiting Capital City. Final, Motor City improved to 12-10 with a 123-108 win at Maine. Celtics dropped to 11-12. Still time, but it is getting to be the time where every game starts to become a big game, especially within the conference, which is what we've got right here. Charge looking to sweep the 9:05. 46.3 seconds to play, 9 on the shot clock. Charge have it, front court to my left. Killian Hayes will inbound, covered by Jarkel Joyner. Left wing to Minnick, spins on Sarr, blocked away by Olivier, nicely done, grabbed by Miller. Gets it back, brings it out to eat up some clock. Nicely done by E-Man. Minnick, across the rim, no good. Nice box out by Sarr, gives it to Joyner. Quickly front court to the right for the 3 ball. E-Man the rebound, and that will finally allow me to relax as the Charge can use up the final 12 seconds. They're going to win a second consecutive game, knocking off the 9:05, 134-124. Charge improved to 22-12, 10-6 here on the home court. They improved to 14-6 in the regular season, while the Raptors 9:05, they dropped to 27-7, 13-7 in the regular season. We need to take a timeout. When we come back, we will wrap things up. Charge a winner over the 9:05 right here on Rock Sports.